What you guys got another video. Finally, Windows 11 gets the major start menu customization people have been asking for. Microsoft is testing updates for Windows 11 that will enhance customization options for the start menu and taskbar. So Microsoft are sticking true to their promises of making changes to the operating system, and this is another one that is in the works right now. It's being rolled out at the beginning of today for the Windows Insider program. It's in the experimental channel. These changes aim to address users' complaints about the size of the start menu. I'll leave links to all these articles in the video description. You can see Microsoft have posted the Windows 11 Insider experimental preview build 26300.8493. This is being released in the experimental channel, formerly known as the dev channel, and the changes and improvements gradually being rolled out to the taskbar, alternative taskbar positions. This will be in your settings panel, personalization, taskbar, and taskbar behaviors. Inside there, you'll be able to change it to either having it on the left or the bottom or the top or the right, depending on how you want to position it. They're offering this to you, and this has been a major request for a lot of people. There's also supports for touch gestures, search box, and Ask Copilot in alternative locations is in the progress. Auto hide taskbar and touch optimization taskbars are not yet supported, but they are looking into making major changes, and this is something a lot of people have been requesting on the feedback hub. Now, these changes are also to address the users' complaints about where they can position the taskbar. So that's one of the things they are working on. You can add a smaller taskbar, which is one thing that people wanted to have on Windows 11, and that is now being done for Windows 11. So a lot of people who are complaining about Microsoft won't do these things, they are doing them, and it's happening. So they're introducing a smaller taskbar for users who want to maximize the screen space, especially on small devices like laptops and things like that. So while the default taskbar remains unchanged, this setting provides a more compact experience with smaller icons and a reduced taskbar height, which will give you more room for your apps and core elements. So you can see a side-by-side comparison. I'll show you this a little bit more in detail a little bit later on in the video. And they're working on widgets as well, as to continue to make widgets feel less distracting. They're going to be working on that with this update as well. And they're also working on changes to address user complaints about the size of the start menu, where people couldn't change the size of it. They are working on that as well. Insiders will have the option to select either small or large versions of the start menu with size preferences to maintain consistency across all displays. They're also making changes to the Windows Start box. They've started making changes to make Windows Search box more relevant, starting with making it easier to find your files and apps. And as mentioned here, finds files and apps more reliably appear ahead of the web suggestions when your content is a stronger match. Voice access and voice typing. Fluid dictation is now available in Spanish and French for Windows Insiders. It makes voice-based dictation smoother and smarter by automatically correcting grammar, punctuation, and filler words as you speak. And this is going to help reduce the need for manual editing. And this will help someone like me who doesn't have very good grammar or very good punctuation or spelling. So this will be ideal. They're also changing the design of the spinners across Windows scenarios, including boot logo, also restart, shutdown, and updates. They will replace the legacy spinner visuals to deliver a more modern experience aligned with Windows design standards. File Explorer, they fixed an issue in the previous flight where properties wasn't invoking correctly for the recycle bin and some other scenarios. They've fixed those as well. The run has also been fixed, an issue where the refresh run dialog didn't navigate through your history. If you have pressed the up or down arrow keys, they fixed that on first launch. And they've got some other fixes they've done, like improved reliability when switching between multiple desktops. This update improves the reliability of simple service discovery protocol. They've improved the reliability of restore health on the DISM command. and also improve reliability for PCs remaining asleep if it had been asleep prior to an update. They've improved that as well, and some other things. Now, this was all mentioned in their commitment to Windows quality, where they outlined their plans to deliver improvements in performance, reliability, and craft. And one of those was bringing more personalization to the taskbar. Now, during their commitment message, which they put out, a lot of people were skeptical, me included a little. But now they are starting to commit to these changes, and you can see the updates coming and the work that's going on the Windows Insider program. They are actually starting to implement a lot of this into Windows 11. I'll quickly show you some examples here. This is the taskbar on the left, and you can see the settings panel right here, what it will look like, where you can go bottom, top, left, and right. And you've got other options available in the taskbar. This is it on its own on the left-hand side right here. For people that wanted it on the top, where you couldn't use it on the top before, they're now offering it on the top like this, which will give you options to have a wider taskbar as well, if you wanted to have a wider taskbar. And you can also see some of the settings right here. So yeah, they are making advancements and changes to this. There's also one for the right-hand side as well. So smaller taskbar was another request for a lot of people. And that's something that people wanted, and they're offering that as well, where you can go into settings, personalization, taskbar behaviors, and then show smaller taskbar buttons. You can do that as well. So this is something that they are looking to inject into Windows 11. And this is an option right here. I'll just quickly show this video where you can see the larger taskbar and the smaller taskbar. And of course, this means smaller icons. They're allowing you to do that as well, putting you in control of the taskbar and start menu, more control over your layout with section level toggles to independently show or hide pinned, recommended, and all. And you can also one toggle per section. That is a simple and clear way of changing it. Separate control for your file recommendations, the start menu size, the setting that lets you choose your preferred size, and they're also adding an option to hide your name and profile picture in the start for added privacy. So a lot of these changes that are coming are something that a lot of people have been shouting for a long time. And thankfully, they are now coming to Windows 11, where you're going to have more control over your size, your menu and taskbar, which is something that a lot of people wanted. Also, you can see here in the personalization and start area, they're upgrading that as well, where you'll be able to change all these options here. And this is it right here. I'll just quickly show you on the screen. So you're going to have more control here. And if you wanted a smaller start menu, you can do. These controls are designed to work together. If you want a start menu with just your pinned apps, you can turn off the recommended and all if you want to, and it'll look something like this, where it's much more cleaner and nicer. And I think that's something that a lot of people wanted as well. So yeah, you've got the choice and options available to you to change the size of it now, whereas before it was just that big massive menu that took up the whole of the screen. And if you're on a laptop, it looks horrendous. It really did. But thankfully, that's being improved. And here's another picture of it up the top with a smaller menu. So a massive improvement in my opinion. Now, I know a lot of people are just going to always be haters of Microsoft and they're just not going to believe anything they say. But it is something that is in action and they are doing things about it. Those people are just never going to change their opinion on Microsoft, and they have their own reasons for that. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. My name has been Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. Just want to say a quick shout out to all my YouTube members who will join my YouTube members group. I really do appreciate the support. I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks again for watching. Bye for now.